Hi everyone, how are you? So today I'm filming an Empties video. I have all of my products that I used up in this bag right here. The last one I filmed was a couple of months ago and I've just been collecting them since then. It takes me a really long time to go through products. I don't know what it is. I feel like I'm a slow product user because a lot of people crank these videos out like every month and I feel like I'm using a lot of products but I just must finish them slowly. So I'm just keeping it casual today. I have a sweatshirt on and it's Saturday. I'm just hanging out, but I thought I would go ahead and film this video for those of you that might be interested. So the first products that I have are these L'Oreal Paris Advanced Hair Care New Total Repair 5 Restoring Shampoo and Conditioner. I got these a couple of months ago, probably back in the summer, because I wanted to try out this hair care line and I really liked these. I thought they were really great. They say that they do like a bunch of things for damaged and overworked hair, and my hair is pretty, it can get pretty dry, so I always look for something that helps with that. And I felt like it did a really great job at making my hair just smooth, not frizzy, and I really liked it. I'm using a different shampoo and conditioner right now, which I like a little bit better, so I probably won't repurchase them just because I found something else, but I would recommend them if you're interested in trying out this line. The next thing that I used up is this Macadamia Natural Oil Deep Repair Mask. I had this for literally forever. I was using it sparingly because I love it so much, but it is super expensive, so right now I'm using the drugstore mask from that line that I just showed you of that shampoo and conditioner, but I love this. I can't resist it. I mean, after I used it up, I was like, I don't need that. I have a drugstore version, but at the same time, I really miss it. I feel like this is kind of hard to replace, and while I have other alternatives that are cheaper, that do the job, I would probably repurchase this. I just have to have a little bit of extra money to do so, but I love this so much and I recommend it. The next thing I used up is by Pangea Organics, and it is this facial scrub. I got this a long time ago and I was like, I better use this up because I'm sure it had an expiration date because it had a lot of like natural products in it, and I liked this a lot. It smelled a little bit weird because it has some kind of like beans in it and cranberry, but I liked it because it was natural and I like to use a little bit more like natural products on my face. But I found another facial scrub that I like a little bit better by the brand Visanti, so I've been using that and I probably won't repurchase this just because I like the other one better. But if you're looking for something natural, something that works really well, I would recommend this, and you get a lot of product in this for the price. The next thing in here is, I think I actually have a couple of these. Is this one? Yeah, I have a couple of dry shampoos. I think all of these came from a Birchbox or an Ipsy bag. So the first one is by Laboratories Chlorine, and it is this extra gentle dry shampoo with oat milk. I really liked this so much. I was really sad when I ran out of it because the full size is kind of pricey for a dry shampoo, but it was gentle. I think that's why I liked it, because it says it's extra gentle, and because I was going through that like scalp sensitivity, I found that it didn't irritate my scalp. The scent is a little bit strange. It definitely smells like oats, but because it's made with oat milk, but I really liked it. I think, thinking about it, that I might go back and repurchase it because it didn't irritate my scalp and it worked really well. The next one is by the brand Psst, and it is a dry shampoo. Again, I liked this one as well. I felt like it worked really well. I didn't like it as much as this one, but I think, again, it worked really well. I don't have any complaints about it. I haven't seen it in my drugstores, so I probably can't repurchase it just because I'd go for one that I can find, but I have no complaints about it. The last one is this one, which is Catwalk by TG, but I think that this one was good too. It's not like a standout in my mind, so I don't think that it did anything crazy, but I remember that it left like a lot of white residue in my hair. You can obviously brush it out, but it wasn't like a subtle dry shampoo, and this brand is a little bit more on the expensive side, I'm pretty sure, so I probably won't repurchase this just because I have other drugstore alternatives that I like, but I don't have any complaints about it, so that's good. So I have a little mini size of that Restoring Dry Shampoo that I got when I was traveling that I used up, and onto the makeup, which apparently is at the bottom of the bag. So the first thing is this CoverGirl Fresh Complexion Powder in the color Natural Ivory, and I really like these. I use them every single day. Literally, I use the entire thing up on this one. but I use them every day just to, like, I put foundation, after I do my foundation and my powder, I put foundation on any like trouble spots and then go over it with this powder, and I feel like it really locks it in. So I've repurchased so many of these. I remember having this in like 7th grade, so I've gone through way too many of these than I care to count. And then the next thing is the Maybelline The Rocket Volume Express Mascara. I loved this mascara, but it was a little bit painful when I put it on. I felt like the bristles were like super sharp. I'm not sure if it was just me, because I like to get like right at the base of my lashes. And usually I get a little bit of this mascara like on my upper waterline. What is that called? My tight line. But, and so it would always scratch my eye when I used it. But I did like it. It's super great at thickening, and separating and lengthening. It's just like a good all-around mascara, so I would recommend it. I probably won't repurchase it just because I can't remember the last time I repurchased a mascara because I'm always trying a new one. But, I mean, there's other Maybelline ones that I like a little bit better. So the next thing is a mascara by Benefit. It is the Bad Gal Lash Mascara. I didn't like this mascara. I wouldn't repurchase it just because I didn't really like the formula. I found it really, really dry, and I asked around, like in a couple of my videos, if it was just me or if that's the formula, and a lot of people said it's a drier mascara, and I prefer mascaras that are like a lot more wet, so I wouldn't repurchase this, but I don't think it's a bad product. It just didn't work for me very well. So that is my opinion on that. And then also by Benefit, I used up this Moisture Triple Performing Facial Emulsion, and I use this as my nighttime moisturizer. I have another one, and I really liked it. I think that it works really well. And two more things. I have this tiny little Mary Kay eyeliner. It was just a sample, but I used it all up, and I really liked it. I think that this was a really, really great eyeliner. It just glided onto my waterline so nicely, and it stayed put, so I would definitely repurchase the full size of this. I have quite a few eyeliners right now, so I don't need one, but I was pleasantly surprised by it, and I thought it worked really well. And then I have my beloved Tarte Tarte Clean Slate Poreless Primer. This thing I used every last drop out. I was saying in one of my videos how it was like the never-ending sample size, but I finally used, like, I squeezed every single drop out of this, and I am sad because I loved it so much, but it's a little bit pricey. I think I am going to splurge and get it because it is my favorite primer, but it's really great, and I definitely recommend it. So those are all of the products that I used up this time around. It took me a few months, but if you guys like these videos, let me know and I can do more of them for sure. It'll probably take me another few months. I probably won't have another one until like December at the rate that I use products, but I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch, and if you have a video like this, let me know. I would definitely love to check it out, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye!